Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while. I know. Holidays and all that going on. And I've been busy. I've got a lot of irons in the fire, but that's all right. Keeps me going. What I'm doing here is I am texturing a knife handle. Okay. I don't do this very often, but occasionally I do. Get a request for something textured. If I don't get a textured handle, I will texture it myself. Method depends on the material. In this case, it's G10 micarta. It's a very nice pattern. What I've done is I've laid the pattern out on the sides of the handles. This knife's put together. And then I'll just take this with that right blade in it, right thickness, right tooth configuration for the material, which that's not real aggressive. It's, right around 28 to 30 per inch, teeth per inch, which works fine for me. And let me show you what I'm doing here. As you can see, I've laid it out. Now I'm just going back over my layout lines and I'm cutting all this in. Now this will take a considerable amount of time, but I'm only going about a third of the way through the depth of the handle, and it'll get profiled off here after I'm done. So some of this will go away on the edges and just kind of fade into texture, which is fine with me. I just take this coping saw and I'll get in that groove right there, and I'll just come back and forth till I get the depth that I want. Okay. Then I'll take a guide or a metal ruler or anything you want to use, and I'll lay it off right there beside of it. Put a clamp on it. Do it again. I run that along the edge of it. Once I get all these cut this way, then I'll come over and cut them back that way to give me a diamond pattern, which you see drawn on here. So yeah, that's how I'm doing that. I can't find the switch button that rotates the camera around, which is fine. I figured I could flip it around there where y'all could see it. And I did. Don't get too dizzy. Oh, at the projects, knives, draw knives, and more knives. I have redesigned my draw knife. I've discovered that they are too thin in the blade. And what I mean by too thin is the angle in which they are tapered is too shallow, too thin. I'm going to steepen that angle and not run it up the blade as far. It'll still be sharp, but it'll be stronger and it won't get deflection. I made one and I got a little deflection in it, and I think I seen another one with deflection in it that I had given away. So we're going to correct that. I'll get a few of them made. Got a couple orders for them. And I'll send them out and see how they like them. They should work a whole lot better. Hunting season's over. Yeah. Put meat in the freezer. Going to gear up now for fishing. Some late season squirrel. Probably all my spare time's probably going to go to Tazapalooza preparation. A lot of that going on. And I'm looking forward to this year. It's going to be special. It's going to be real nice. Going to be a lot of folk there. A lot of kind individuals. Can't wait. Got some surprises for some folks. You know how the surprises are. I'm hoping to have a couple big surprises, which I won't reveal until probably Saturday night at Tazapalooza, when we're all gathered up, you know, eating a fine meal. Let's see. Oh, broke a meat grinder. You know, the old hand turn grinders. I had it clamped down. I guess I over tightened it. It's just cast anyway. Not a real good one. They break fairly often, so I keep 2 or 3 around. But out of the graces of their heart, they went and got me an electric one. Now, it ain't got to be fancy, you know. It ain't got to be a $400 or $500 meat grinder. It can be a $100, $150 meat grinder. As long as you're cutting that silver skin off that meat, you're not going to have no trouble. Just cut it in, you know, inch cubes. Nothing huge. No 2 or 3 inch cubes. Now, the bigger grinders can handle that. But I reckon this one I got to work just fine. And I got the other one, the hand cranks for backups. We used to take old 110-volt motors and put pulleys on them and rig them old hand cranks with a motor and grind up hogs and deer and whatever else we could run through them. And we did pretty good. Had to keep them oiled, you know. You'd burn them up. But anyhow, that's what I'm working on. Getting this knife textured and getting it sent back out after I finish the sheath on it. I know the fella's waiting on it. Oh, other projects. Got some axe haftings coming up. More knife work. At the end of the month, I'm going to do a video on something I've been waiting to get for a while. It's going to up my game as far as customization and personalization on my products, which isn't much. Mostly knives, what goes in them, identifies them, like that. Maker's marks, things of that nature. Talked to John and Dana Hudson. They're kind of going the same route, which is good because it's a smart way to go. It's energy efficient, cost effective. It has to do with lasers. So, with that said, I'm not going to spoil it. Excuse me. So I'm going to get back to getting on this knife. If y'all need anything, have any questions, reach out to me. Y'all got my number. Welcome new subscribers. I appreciate you. And if you didn't see what I was working on, let me unclamp it and hold it up here. I've drawn lines on both sides of this knife, okay? I'm just putting texture in it. In other words, I'm cutting these lines out. And I'm giving it some texture. So when he has a hold of it, it doesn't want to move around his hand as much. Especially in here. Or up here. And back here. Okay? I have a big hand, so I cover up that handle pretty good. And that's not a small knife, okay? But that's what I'm working on. I'm probably going to do something a little different this year at Tazapalooza. I'm going to do some knife kits. Just a few, not a whole lot. But if someone wants to put a kit together and make their own knife, I'll have a lot of the heat treating and things like that done. I'm talking about handle assembly. I'll have the knife sheath parts. They just have to sew them together. Things of that nature. Make it their own, you know. When they're done with them, they can just take them home. How you like that? Comment. Let me know what you think. Always trying to mix it up a little bit. I need to get out and start cutting some wood. I don't burn wood. I have a fireplace. But I've got some cherry. Got a big one on the ground, needs cut up. Might do a video or two on that. Get the old Echo and the old 372 out there with a prototype exhaust when I get it finished. And we'll see how it runs. May not be it. I may have to do a little bit more modifying, but we'll test it and we'll see how it runs as compared to the stock muffler. I know everybody in the world's tested these mufflers, but it's a unique design, and it may work and it may not. I'm following some theories along the lines of expansion with back pressure points. When is back pressure along the exhaust needed? Is it needed right out of the head? Or is it needed, can it be used in the middle? Or can you put the back pressure at the end? Or does it matter at all where the back pressure is, as long as there's back pressure? And is that back pressure achieved by two things, bends and expansion? Or some other means of a gate, deflection? Let me know what you think. Exhaust. Love the subject. I love y'all. God bless you. Let's give a shout out. Casterman. I'm telling y'all, the man is up and running on Axis. His Honecker heads and his handle combos are hard to beat. I love the guy. He does amazing work. I could learn tons from him. So I'm going to let that man be an axe hafter, a good one, and I'll just be me, part-time. But there's nothing wrong with that. I wish him the best. I hope he gets so successful that he has to open up another shop, hire help, and all that. Maybe he'll invite me for a tour one day. God bless you. Y'all watch Top Knot. Love you, Kenny Fuller. Chris. All y'all. Have a good one.